Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer number 2990-639. This is a screen door spring hinge, half surface, steel-based, adjustable tension, button tip, satin bronze plated. That's a lot of part number and description to say that this is a storm door hinge. That is what this is. Storm door hinges are typically half surface. Sometimes they're full surface naturally, but very commonly, and actually more commonly, half surface. And what that means is that the leaf that applies to the door, and the door is the important part of that, is the surface leaf. So if I said it was half mortise, the leaf that applies to the door would be mortised. In this case, it's half surface. So that tells you that one leaf, the door leaf, goes to the surface of the door, and therefore the hinge leaf has to be the opposite way. Unless it's full surface, then it's both sides are the same. Or full mortise, and then it's both sides are mortise. This is half surface, and now that I've thoroughly confused the situation, your jamb is here, your door is here, and the door to you, well, the door to you would swing as a right-hand reverse, or now to you, it would swing like a left hand. Okay, door's here, comes like this. So the 2990 is representative of the fact that this is a neat little adjustable tension spring hinge that is half surface. The 639 in the part number, that means two things. It means that it's steel based, number one, and that it's to emulate a satin bronze finish. I mean, it's satin bronze, but 639 means that it's a satin bronze finish, but the base material is steel rather than it being bronze. So there is, talking about the adjustable tension part of, talking about the 2 3/4 inch part of the part number. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can review the template, and the template gives all of the important dimensional properties. The frame leaf is 2 3/4 tall. That's the bottom line. That's where this is going to get its name from. Okay. All of the other important dimensional properties are there, specifically the location of the holes for the screws, and screws are included in a complementary finish. Moving on further into the part number. Half surface we talked about, the fact that it is a spring hinge. You can clearly see that it's a spring hinge. Steel based, we discussed that. Adjustable tension, now let's talk about that. With every order of hinges, you're going to get one tension rod. And with every hinge that you will order, you'll get one tension pin. And they're generally already set. The tension is already set, and the pin is typically installed. Now, you'll have to remove that in order to get the door hung. So you'll take the tension rod, and in this example, the tension collar is pointed towards the top of the door. You can install it this way, and half of the time you'll probably have to. But you'll rotate the tension the tension rod in the opposite direction. So when it's pointed towards the top, you're going to rotate it clockwise. When it's rotated down here, you're going to rotate it counterclockwise. So as you rotate it clockwise, you can see that you reveal new additional holes, and it's into one of those new holes that you will insert the tension pin. Now, you've got tension set on that spring. Okay? So you'll remove it to hang your door. Get your door in place, shim it. I like to shim both sides, shim the bottom, shim the top, make sure it's perfect. Get my hinge laid on there, and I will mark my holes out. Remove the door, work on the frame, get the hinge attached to the jamb, bring the hinge open, put the door back in place. Holes are already marked. Pre-drill, fasten, test, etc. Then go about setting my tension on that. And that's how you do that. Okay, so that's the adjustable tension. Probably 3 holes maximum would be what I would consider the most tension to set on there. These are intended for light doors. I mean, literally for wood and screen door sorts of doors. So much so that there's really not a weight rating that's listed on the hinge. It's intended for a storm door. 2 hinges are very common. 3's not unheard of as well. I happen to like 3, not for the obvious reason, because quite frankly the hinges are rather inexpensive. But I find that I can set less tension on each of those hinges when I've got one extra right in the middle, so that I don't have to set the tension so high so as to get the door moving fast and it kind of slams. I can back that off so that it's slightly more controlled, because down in the last 15 degree of the closing cycle, I have enough stored energy in each of those springs to just get the door to a closed position without it really having to slam closed, because I've got to get enough inertia built to get the door moving to the closed position. I liken it to a tugboat. They don't go very fast, but they can pull a lot of weight. And that's what having an extra spring hinge will do for you. It's not unheard of. The majority of time people simply put 2 because the doors are so light that there's no reason to have 3 based on my logic of having 3. If your door's a little bit heavier, go to 3. I think you'll enjoy the performance of the door closing a lot better. They say that this is a button tip. Well, if you use your imagination, the tip of this hinge looks like a button on your coat. Okay? Available in all of the common finishes, your brass, your bronze, your chrome, oil rub bronze as well. This hinge is one of the few that do not say it, but above the Bommer logo, and they probably have no room on here to get it actually stamped on, is the words Made in USA. And that's a fact that Bommer is quite proud of. This hinge is domestically manufactured. The steel of what this is made from is domestically manufactured. That is a fact that Bommer is quite proud of, as am I to represent them. If you have any questions on the Bommer, this is their part number 2990 in a 639 finish, or any other Bommer product, of which you can get to their full line catalog from the link below this video to the manufacturer's page and review all of that stuff. Please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.